Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Well, today is Monday morning for some of us, Monday evening for some of us. But what's so special and common about Monday? Well, we have to get back to work. Monday is about breaking your comfort zone and just going out there in the world and to work. Whatever your motivation is, you want to work for because you have a purpose, you have ambition, or maybe you just want to survive. Whatever the motivation is, but Monday is about work. And what's better than a Monday to talk about some career astrology? Today we're going to talk about the 10th house ruler, the 10th lord. Whatsoever planet rules the 10th house, how it will define your career. We all know that 10th house is about profession. It's about where you stand in the society, your status and position, right? And how to see your 10th house. The very first step, even before you see whether you have a planet in 10th house or not, the first thing you need to witness is who is the lord of the 10th house and in which house its place. That matters a lot. And then we have a list how to see your career, how to see your 10th house, how it will impact your professional journey. But 10th lord is the most important. Why 10th lord is so important? Number one, it shows the direction of your career, where you are going. Number two, the overall strength of your professional path, whether there are obstacles or you will do very well, everything is smooth or not. So that needs to be seen from the 10th lord. Then of course number three, 10th lord will give you an idea about the nature of your profession. Number four, your 10th lord will show your position, your success, your authority, your status. Number five, 10th house is not just about career, but the self-respect, how determined you are, how strong you are to go out there in the world and leave a mark, fulfill your goals and ambitions. So it does define how much respect you give to yourself, to your actions and your efforts. So overall, 10th lord shows the strength of your professional journey, where you are going, the direction, where you are going to be successful. So let's talk about how the 10th lord in different houses will work. Today we're talking about how 10th lord will work in all the houses, but we will have more videos in the future where we will discuss about a certain planet. What happens when a certain planet is the 10th lord in your chart, and what will happen in the different houses when it goes into all the different houses. So yeah, we have more videos to come, but do listen to this. And before we talk about how the 10th lord will work in all the houses, let's quickly look into what other things we have to see while understanding the career of a native. So let's have a look. The very first thing which you need to do in order to understand career of a person, look at the 10th lord. Which planet rules the 10th house of profession? Okay, the true nature of that planet, whether it's a malefic or a benefic. If Mars rules the 10th house, it's a malefic. If Mercury rules the 10th house, it's a benefic planet ruling over the 10th house of profession. So the true nature of that planet needs to be known. Now, in which house your 10th lord is placed? What does that house represents? Okay, so where the 10th lord is sitting, it matters a lot. It will define your success and your direction. Okay, now you know the house. So what is the sign placement of your 10th lord? Whether it's exalted, debilitated, it's in an enemy sign or a friendly sign. So that is also going to determine the function of that planet, how it will work. The true nature of planet is important, and then in which sign it's placed, that is also important. Now, is your 10th lord in conjunction with some planet? Whether it's been aspected by a planet, that needs to be considered. And Of course, you can also look into the nakshatra placement of the 10th lord. It will give you very precise information and understanding. Okay, so first thing is how the 10th lord is placed. Number two, the planets placed in the 10th house, that needs to be considered. Number three, whether any planet aspects the 10th house. Okay, a planet is aspecting the 10th house, but from which house? From which house? If a planet aspects 10th house, maybe from the 8th house, then the results might be very different. It may challenge the 10th house. If a planet aspects the 10th house from the first house, it may support the 10th house. So which planet aspects your 10th house, from which house it's happening, that matters a lot. All right. Then number five, the yoga connected to the 10th house planets. Whatsoever planet is sitting in the 10th house, or wherever the 10th lord is placed, but do you have any auspicious yoga or a challenging yoga connected to your 10th house or not? And then we also need to see the placement of Saturn. So the yoga point is the fourth point, and the fifth point, the final point, is where your Saturn is placed. Is it strong? Is it functioning good or not? So Saturn will define the development and the foundation of the career. So it needs to be understood. Okay, so this is how you will see the profession, the career of a person. But always remember, the first thing is the 10th lord is the most significant thing. So let's get started. Let's understand how 10th lord in different houses will work. And this is a very general analysis, because after this video we'll also be understanding how a certain planet impacts the profession. Like if Saturn rules the 10th house, so how Saturn will impact your career. If Saturn is placed in the first house, suppose being the 10th lord in the first house, so how it will work for you. So we'll talk about every planet in the future, how it functions as a 10th lord, and what will happen if it's placed in 12 different houses. So we'll do that as well. We will get to more precision in the coming videos, but yeah, this is also important. So let's get started. If your 10th lord is in the first house, it's well placed, it's in a good sign. This is a placement of success, because this is the house of Mars. Okay, so having the 10th lord in the first house gives you that power and courage to be consistent with your goals. No matter what obstacle you see, you won't get deviated, you won't feel unhappy or lethargic. You have that warrior like ability to just do your things constantly. That sense of defeat on a very small issue will not happen. Even if it is happening, you are constantly moving forward, crushing all the challenges. So 10th lord in first house is very powerful because of the courage and the quest you have to get things done. Now, this position also brings popularity. This position makes one a master of a certain work you are doing, because again, the confidence speaks here. And with this placement, one may also look out for freedom to do the work as per their own ideas, as per their own intelligence. So 10th lord in first house may give a profession where you're working independently. Maybe you are the leader and you have to bring new ideas on the table, you have to lead other people, you have to give them instructions, or it's simply about working all alone. You are a team by yourself and independent work is happening. Maybe you're a consultant, you have a specialized skill, and then other people hire you for your advice, for your ideas and problem solving. So independence matters a lot, and freedom matters a lot to do things the way you want to. So yeah, If the 10th lord gets afflicted, suppose in the first house, then one may struggle with the freedom at the work front. One may want freedom, but you're not getting that freedom, that space to work the way you want to, or you're simply being pushed to work in a certain way. So identity is important. If 10th lord in the first house is well placed, your work comes through your identity, your self-worth, who you truly are as a person. Your identity, your personality reflects in your work. And if the 10th lord is afflicted here, or simply even if the 10th lord is okay, it's in a good sign in the first house, but aspected by a malefic, it becomes a matter of identity. There is the sense of losing yourself in your profession, losing that sense of identity, or whatever you want to do, you're not getting that space to get things done. Like, I have to lose myself to get into my professional work. I'm not feeling comfortable in what I'm doing. It's against my ethics. Maybe it's not what who I am. So that matters here. So it's important to see how your 10th lord is placed in the first house. Which planet is your 10th lord, how it's placed in the first house, and the aspects on this house. But overall, 10th lord in the first house is a very strong position for success, for getting leadership position, for strength, for popularity, and you have a lot of power in your hands, definitely. And you will become an inspiration for the world as well. And of course, if it's not well placed, then yes, there is this sense of insecurity, and also, other people targeting your self-image, targeting you in some way, leading to criticism. If your 10th lord is in the second house, it's well placed. This placement gives abundance with respect to the finances, the money. And this is the house of Venus. So that's why having the 10th lord in the second house is this door to a lot of abundance and prosperity. And it's not just about money, it's about the value which you give in your work, how you value your work, the amount of importance you're giving to a certain thing. It just reflects back in your life. That degree of luck is there. And when the 10th lord is in the second house, it's 5 places away from its own house. So with this as well, it shows that the potential you have, the value you have, that magic you have deep within, it just reflects beautifully in your work. Like doing your best. Something comes to you naturally. A certain skill comes to you so naturally, it flows like magic. So that's why it's very rewarding, because you know how to use your skill, you know how to use your potential. And this could also be a position where you're working along with your family members. Maybe it's a business. Maybe the start of career happens by assisting a family member in their business, in their work. Or even if it's not a business, you may be following the same profession someone in your family is doing. You grew up looking at that person, how that person was doing in the profession, and then you valued that, and you're following that profession as well. So if the 10th lord is well placed in the second house, this does bring luck, this does bring a lot of financial growth. You do very well in your profession, and you can also do very well in a work which is connected to medicine, like medicine of any kind of medicine which is connected to family planning, community medicine. You can also be doing well in the field of food industry, any work which has a connection with the food or selling food products. And again, this gives power. 10th lord in second house does give a lot of influence on other people as well. You may work along with a very popular or a strong organization. So, yeah, it's good. But if 10th lord is afflicted, okay, in the second house, then it does bring financial issues. It could be that while you were growing up, since then, there were struggles in the family regarding money. There wasn't sufficient finances, or even if they were the financial state of family was okay, everyone was earning well, but the money got drained very easily. So it does indicate financial issues while growing up, or simply this could also be about you struggling with the financial issues, like you cannot save more money. So those struggles come from here. If the second lord gets, if the 10th lord gets afflicted in the second house, and also see what your second lord is doing. If you want to see how will be your finances, okay. And also, if this 10th lord is afflicted in the second house, it could also be there is no struggle with money, there is nothing like that. It's simply the family issues which may block your professional journey, okay. If your 10th lord is in the third house, it clearly indicates whatever profession you may follow, it may require a lot of courage and efforts. Third house is about the initiative. Are you willing to take the initiative? Are you willing to take that challenge? Are you willing to make the efforts or not? So, this is a house which is about how eager you are to take the efforts, how weak you are sometimes and you cannot take the initiative. This is the house of efforts and the courage. And having 10th lord in the third house, which means the 10th lord is 6 places away from its own house, you have to overcome certain obstacles and challenges. And mostly these challenges are about how will you take the effort. You have to get rid of your own blocks, the hesitation, the reluctance you have. It could be the reluctance to speak, to express yourself, because there's a fear how others will look at me, how others will view me. That kind of fear is definitely there. So if the 10th lord is well placed in the third house, it's in a good sign. This gives a profession where you are very dedicated towards what you want, whatever you are doing. There's a great sense of determination and courage. Your work may require you to be very strong and powerful. You should not be in fear about what you are doing. So you can be a brilliant speaker. So to be a brilliant speaker, you need the courage to say things, and you should not fear about what others will perceive about it. So the communication is very important with the 10th lord in the third house. Your speech matters a lot in the profession, how you convey your message, how you connect with others, how you help other people as well. So that is the thing, and speech is important. Apart from that, your ideas are important, because somewhere you're responsible to bring in new ideas, to take that risk as well. So you do the thing and then others will follow you. 10th lord in third house is also again a placement of self work, doing your own work, because you want that freedom in your professional journey. So yes, you can be into your own work, self work, business. This is a very strong position to be an entrepreneur as well. And apart from speech, you can do very wonderfully in a field connected to writing, publications. You can be in the field of technology as well. You can do very well in the field of any field where travel is involved, because this placement will give you short distance journeys. You will travel a lot, you may meet a lot of people, and this is a position which can give you a lot of success and popularity as well. So, the speech, the writing, and also any work which involves precise manual skills, these are your areas where you will see a lot of growth. And if the 10th Lord is afflicted here, then it may give challenges with your power, your courage. You know how to do things, but you're not very sure about your work. You don't have the trust in your work. You may become your own obstacle. This also indicates the people around you in the immediate surroundings, they are not very supportive, they are creating obstacles, and then it reflects in your work. So you know what you want, you have the skill, but still you feel as if I have no purpose, I don't know where to go. There is this sense of loss of identity with this placement. Yeah, so the most obstacles which you will see here, either it comes from not trusting yourself or from the people around you in the very immediate surrounding. It could be family, it could be neighbors, it could be the people around you sitting next to you at the work front. If the 10th Lord is in the fourth house, it indicates that you need a job, you are aiming for a profession which gives you security. It's not just the financial security that I will get this consistent financial growth, I will never face any challenge in my money, but what you want is the job security. So you're not very uncertain about tomorrow. You're not in a fear that tomorrow I have to rush and find some another job. What if I lose this position? What if I lose my job? You want that security in a professional journey. And here, the 10th Lord in the fourth house, well, it's 7 places away from its own house. So you may work for a certain community, you may work for the people like they are living in that particular city, maybe you're working for a certain state, so you represent a certain community. So you can be doing very well in any work where you are like a leader. Maybe you are in a political party, maybe you are just someone who is trying to take care of the people at the work front, like you represent them. Okay, so you will have the duty to be like a caretaker to the people at your work front, or simply, as I mentioned, maybe you're working in an organization or maybe in government which helps the people, the public, with certain government plans, providing them with food, suppose, providing them with the houses, some kind of security you are giving to other people. And this placement also gives strong position in defense, in army. So you may work for your home country, you are working for like you represent a certain organization of the government, or you represent your country even in the international places. So you are someone who is looking for job security, and you also want to um, do your own work as well, because this is the house of the moon, the mental peace. Okay, so it's important for you to follow a profession which you thoroughly enjoy, which makes you happy, you're emotionally connected to that profession. And this placement also can bring popularity as well within the community, within a certain area, um, wherever you are living. You may also work in the field of agricultural products, whatever you are, growing with the help of the land. Okay, and again, you're dealing with properties, dealing with real estates. So the land is important. Either it's being used to create agricultural products, or it's just simply, you are selling a property, a house. The land is important. For some people, it could also be gaining from a piece of land which you got from your family, and you're using that property to, enhance your business. So income through the land, income through your own property could be there. 10th lord in the fourth house can also give success in any work which has a connection with teaching other people. This is the house which shows the very early part of the childhood. So taking care of children in some way, maybe through giving them medicine, nursing, education, all of this will give success. So the basic thing is, if the 10th lord is well placed in the fourth house, you will be successful in finding a work which you really like doing, which you enjoy doing, and you will be also enjoying a lot of luxuries as well. There is abundance as well. But if the 10th lord gets, afflicted in the fourth house, then the biggest challenge is like what you want is not what you get here. Like you are doing a work which your mind says no to it, that there is no mental peace in that work. It's like someone is forcing you to do your work. You're acting against your will, you're acting against your choices. That kind of challenge may happen. There is not enough security in the job. There are very quick changes. After all, this is the house of moon, so a lot of uncertainty is there in the profession. Moving from one place to another may happen. If the 10th lord is in the fifth house, this indicates pursuing a particular skill in a very amazing manner, because this is the house of potential. This is a house which indicates what you know naturally, not only what you have learned while growing up, but this is what comes to you very naturally. This is the house of sun. So a hobby turned into profession, something you know already, or you're very good in a certain work. It flows so effortlessly from you. So that kind of work is given by 10th lord in the fifth house. You're so good in your particular work. So mostly with this placement, you may do something which you truly enjoy, maybe a skill which you're actively pursuing since the childhood. It could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be that you're very good in playing a certain instrument. So whatever you cultivated, whatever you enjoy doing as a child, this transforms into a very solid professional journey. And 10th lord, if well placed in the fifth house, it makes you someone who influences the world in a great way, like a celebrity, like a person who is so full of light. You know your work so nicely. So you can be successful in creative works. After all, this is the house of sun. So you can also be doing very well in any field which is connected to children. It could be teaching, it could be like a caretaker, maybe you're writing children books. So yeah, doing something connected to children. You can also be working in the field of investment, helping other people to invest their money. You can be also in a work which do have a certain risk involved, any kind of speculative work or a speculative business as well. It could also be that you are maybe working with the government, maybe in the political world. And yeah, the main thing is that you influence a lot of people. And over here, the 10th Lord in the 5th house. Well, the 10th Lord is 8 places away from its own house. And I have talked about this. 5th house is about the Purva Punya, the fruit you going to experience through your past life actions, whatever you have done. So, being 8 places away, the 10th Lord, it does indicate if there is some affliction to the 5th house, no matter how much you try, you are facing unexpected changes in your career, unexpected situations like, okay, I was doing all well till now. What happened? Suddenly, my path got blocked. I'm not getting the right result, what I expected to happen. So, when you have 10th Lord in the 5th house, because 10th house is about actions, this is what you have to actively pursue in this life. So, getting in touch with your spiritual quotient, working on your spiritual journey, working on your faith is also important. And then it reflects in your career, it reflects in your life. Ultimately, this is the house of celebration. And 10th Lord being 8 places away, this indicates you cannot do a work which you do not thoroughly enjoy. Anything which is forced on you, you cannot do it. You're not meant to do that. Okay, so it's important that the work you do is somewhere aligns with your purpose. Then only you will be successful in that work. If the 10th Lord gets afflicted in the 5th house, certainly the profession you may follow, it doesn't align with your purpose. You don't feel happy, you don't feel satisfied with it. If the 10th Lord is afflicted in the 5th house, there's a lot of blame game happens in your professional front. That identity is being targeted here. Your that sense of self-respect gets challenged. And of course, as I said, there are highs and lows, sudden highs and lows in the profession. So I would say that when you care for self, when you are very strong with respect to your personality identity, your career will grow beautifully with this placement. But if you have self doubt regarding yourself, you're not sure about where you are going, then automatically you will see challenges. If your 10th Lord is in the 6th house, well, I have done one video on 10th Lord in 6th, 8th, and the 12th house. And I have mentioned there when 10th Lord is in these houses, you do suffer from challenges in the career path. So let's, like, if you haven't watched that video, do watch it. Let's add more points over here. So 10th Lord in the 6th house, of course, it's a challenging placement. Of course, now I will be having people in the comment section saying, I never suffered from any challenge. Of course, if your 10th Lord in the 6th house is strong, well placed, then you may not face the challenges, or maybe the challenges may not look like challenges to you. That's because if the 6th house is strong, you know how to overcome your challenges so amazingly. But in general, when the 10th Lord is in the 6th house, this is a placement which gives obstacles from time to time. And this is the house of growth. The sixth house is the Upchai house. So when you don't face a challenge, then how will you grow? How will you make the effort to grow? So the nature of 10th Lord in the 6th house, simply this placement shows either your work is about dealing with obstacles, dealing with competition. Your work is difficult in nature. It drains you physically, it drains you emotionally, it takes a lot of time. So much of time that you almost have no time to focus on your well being. So it drains you in all ways. So 10th Lord in 6th house may give you a career where you have to be very active. You're dealing with some kind of challenge in that particular work. You are helping other people to overcome certain challenges. So you can do very well in a field connected to medicine, working in the medicine industry, the health industry, helping other people to fight the diseases and overcome those challenges. You can be working in any sector which is about empowering other people, empowering people who have a poor socio-economic status. They don't have enough privilege or utilities in their life. So helping them to go higher, helping them to be more empowered in life. You can be in the field of justice, law. You can help people to get justice, to get some kind of equality in their life. You can be working in the IT sector, and you're giving like 10 to 15 hours entirely into your profession. You have no time to eat, you have no time to take care of yourself. Any work where there is long duration of sitting in particular one cabin. So a work which is draining you, and you lose yourself. You don't focus on self and you focus on that work. If 10th Lord is well placed in the 6th house, you do get a very strong position at the work front. Whatever you do, you will have that power in your hands. People will be I won't say they're afraid of you, but they're very very much impacted and influenced by you. That respect will be there, and you will overcome your obstacles in a very great manner. You have tremendous hardworking ability as well. If the 10th Lord gets afflicted in the 6th house, maybe it's debilitated, maybe it's enemy sign, or yeah, we have to see how the 6th Lord is placed here and how the 10th Lord is placed. Of course, do see what the 6th Lord is also doing, because when we see what is the 6th Lord is doing, we can understand your ability, how you overcome your challenges. Okay, so we have to see that as well. Now if the 10th Lord is afflicted in the 6th house, this shows constant challenges, such challenges which are not allowing you to be confident in your career path. There's so many, maybe the health is not good and this impacts your career. Maybe mentally you suffer a lot at your work front due to discrimination or criticism is happening. So this makes you very upset, or maybe how much you work, the investment you're doing in your work, you're not getting that sufficient income. So that might be the issue here. And also, as the 10th Lord is in the 6th house, so the 10th Lord is 9 places away from its own house. So this brings a certain luck, and this luck is all about how beautifully you overcome certain challenges. It shows it's not just that you are helping others to move forward, because 9th house itself means going higher, inclining higher. So you're helping other people to incline higher, to restore their faith in life, to restore their dignity in life. So through you, some kind of major upliftment happens in the lives of other people. If the 10th Lord is in the 7th house of your chart, clearly it indicates a work where you are connecting with the masses, you're connecting with the world, you're connecting with a lot of people. You have to meet different people every single day, which can be challenging for some people, of course, because if the 10th Lord gets challenged in the 7th house, it's afflicted. This brings the hesitation to face the world. Okay, so 10th Lord in 7th house clearly indicates working along with the people, working for the people, dealing with a lot of people. Because of your profession, you are someone who will have the responsibility to make certain deals with other people, like talking to clients on the behalf of your company, on the behalf of your organization. It could be also a work which is happening in a certain collaboration, partnership, doing business with a certain person, a certain partner is there. So your work is about people. Your work is incomplete without people. You may become a celebrity with this placement. Again, your work is definitely influenced by the reaction of the masses, how they treat you, how they acknowledge your work. So your work is definitely, your success is definitely connected to the people's reaction, how they view you. Now, if the 10th Lord is well placed in the 7th house, this gives strong partnerships, this gives strong collaboration, and this is beautiful. 10th Lord, 10 places away from its own house. This gives victory, this gives fulfillment of your ambition. It makes one very ambitious, it gives the success, it gives that power. Okay, you are doing things in great flow, you're very productive with your work, you know how to present your work. That's also a very strong point with this. Apart from that, 10th Lord in the 7th house is showing the person you may marry. This person will also become a big support in your professional journey. After marriage, you will see great advancement in the career path as well. So the partner who comes in your life, this person helps you in your profession, this person guides you in some way, or maybe you may get into a business partnership or collaboration with your marriage partner as well. So there's upliftment once you get married. Okay, and 10th Lord in 7th house is giving you a very strong position at the work front, a very strong position in the society, and like you're almost celebrated as well. But the difficult part is that you are in the vision of a lot of people. So every act, every moment of your life is visible to the people. They may judge you very quickly. So yeah, but this is the house of Libra. Okay, you will be judged a lot of times through your work, through your actions, and if the 10th Lord is not well placed in the 7th house, it's associated to malefics. What will happen with this? That before taking any action, before taking any major move towards your career, you will be always stuck in this energy, whether I should do this or not, how people will look at this, what they will think about me, will this backfire to me or not. So you're not worried that I have to do a certain work, let's just do this, but you're worried about the response, the reaction of the people, the clients, maybe the people who are getting the service through you. You're very afraid of their reaction. And that could be the thing. And it could also be, if the 10th Lord is afflicted in the 7th house, Also see how the seventh lord is placed. So any affliction to the 10th house ruler in the seventh house, it gives challenges in the partnerships. The other person you're dealing with is not fair. That person is not um, giving you the equal chance or the equal share of the profit. So challenges in the partnerships, business partnerships may happen if there is affliction to the 10th lord. But overall, 10th lord in the 7th house is a very good placement. 10th lord, 10 places away, it brings that fulfillment of ambition. It brings fame, it brings strength. It gives you the ideas how you can make your work more strong. How can your work reach to the masses? You know that amazing art. So you can do very well in the field of business. You can do very well in the field of art, designing, justice, a work where you have to be in front of people. Okay, any kind of work which is connected to even travel, going to foreign lands as well may happen with this. If the 10th lord is in the 8th house, then this placement does give a profession where you have to look into secrets. A lot of investigative work is being done with this placement, and the nature of your work, well, it's not easy. Not everyone can do that work. You may have a certain specialization. You may, even if it's not about like a qualification, it's just that you have the expertise to look into difficult matters, tricky matters, looking into secrets, finding out very important details which can be ignored by so many people, yet your eye will catch that always. So your work is about looking into details and to find out a certain piece of information which is very important. That's why 10th lord in the 8th house gives huge success in the field of investigations, research, any work where you have to keep certain secrets, confidential information, dealing with a work where even you have to respond to the distress call of other people, helping other people in emergency situations, very unexpected, uneasy situations. So 10th lord in the 8th house gives a work which can be about surgery, forensics, helping people in disasters, helping people in very difficult challenges, a work which can be associated to digging the earth and finding out resources. It could be petroleum, it could be minerals, it could be gemstones. So a work which do have a certain hidden nature. It's tricky, it's risky, and simply you have to act very quickly. This house is naturally ruled by Scorpio, so you have to do things in impulse very quickly. Okay, and there's always a risk involved here in your profession. So if the 10th lord is well placed in the 8th house, then this is a placement which gives you sudden rise in the career. The only challenge which comes from this placement is time to time there's always uncertainty in the profession with respect to your job security, with respect to your financial security. Maybe you have to move into a different place all the time. Maybe you are posted in difficult places, or simply the profession you choose, it has a certain period of time, like you have to work for a certain period of time. It's not a permanent long-term job you have, so you have to change, you have to find a new job from time to time. That could be the thing. There are times when it could be that there is this sudden challenge which comes in your career, and like it breaks the continuity in the profession. 10th lord in the 8th house a lot of times. So you either there is some kind of termination happens and then you have to find a new job, some kind of a break happens here, maybe the health is not fine and so on. But if the 10th lord is well placed in the 8th house, it does indicate whatever the loss, the challenge you go through, you will come back to a good position. This is the house of the death and the rebirth. So if something ends for you, it doesn't mean that it's the ending. You will get something better. You will get something new. So there's not just okay, there's ending, but some good opportunity always will come back to you. But yes, this brings uncertainty in the profession, and even if it's not about the job security, it's just the nature of your work, which is very challenging. It's tricky in nature. There are a lot of risks involved, and also people who may, you know, work behind your back. Some kind of manipulation may happen and it may impact your position at the work front, especially when the 10th lord is afflicted in the 8th house. It gives that possibility of some kind of a wrong accusation, manipulation, leading to a lot of challenges in the professional journey. But as this is 10th lord 11 places away, which is the 8th house, this gives the power, this gives this instant rise, like hitting the jackpot, instant success out of nowhere, instant gain professionally. And also this placement could give success from other people's loss. If other person got some kind of a loss, dealing with some challenge, then you will get that position, you will get that success, you will get that opportunity as well if someone loses that. So 10th lord in the 8th house may give sudden rise and of course sudden fall professionally. It may break sometimes the continuity in your profession. But if the 8th house ruler, 8th lord is also challenged, then it will increase the problems in the career path. Do see how the 8th lord is placed. And also 10th lord in the 8th house may give very unconventional careers, like working as an astrologer, working in the field of occult, working in the field of alternative healing, alternative healing methods, learning about the greatest mysteries of life. So yeah, 10th lord in the 8th house is a very strong position, and it will give a career, strongly it will give a career where you are looking into occult, you're looking into the mysteries of life, the spiritual touch to your profession as well. Again, because you can look into the dark, you can look into what others cannot do, and you will find something so important piece of information. If the 10th lord is in the 9th house, though it sounds okay, this may bring luck, but what I have observed when the 10th lord is in the 9th house, because actually it's 12 places away from its own house, so this slows down the growth in the career, or simply it's about not finding the right opportunity when you actually need it. Or it could be that simply you're not very satisfied in the professional journey. You feel as if you don't know what you want, where to go. Having that faith in your professional journey, having that faith in what you believe in, this is being challenged here. Now, 10th lord in the 9th house does indicate that your work is about traveling to different places, going on long distance journeys because of your work. You will gain from those journeys, and you're someone who is very excellent when it comes to provide to others. You may teach other people. This is the house of Jupiter. This house is naturally ruled by Sagittarius. So your work is about guiding other people, being the light for them, teaching them. It could be simply, teaching a subject in the university. It could be that you are a leader, you are a guide at the work front as well, and you're training people how to work, how to do certain operations. And this is a very excellent placement to be in the spiritual work as well. Like, you're a guru, you are giving all that spiritual knowledge to people, how to live, how to incline higher spiritually. Maybe you are a healer, you are teaching other people about different methods of healing, like alternative healing. It could be just healing through your spiritual work. So you have to be the guide, you have to be the teacher to other people. And I mentioned that 10th lord is 12 places away in the ninth house. So a lot of times what happens with this placement is that you tend to give more. You tend to give more than what you receive. The information, the energy you're giving to others, it's much more than what you are getting back with respect to the finances, the profit, whatever it is. Because this is a house related to spirituality. Okay, so you are doing a lot of work for others. You're giving a part of your energy, a part of your spiritual self to other people. You have this aim to help people in some way, to help them to rise higher in life. This position can also be about working in a field connected to money, to finances, to banking, because ultimately this is the house of Jupiter. And a person who guides other people with respect to money, or maybe manages other people's money. And your work will get better once you go for higher learning. When you master a certain skill, you will see more success. And usually this placement, especially when your 10th lord is well placed in the ninth house, it gives you a very respectable position at the work front. And not just the work front, like the amazing position you have, so many people will get influenced by you. They will treat you with respect. Apart from your workplace, they give you that beautiful respect. They see you in a very beautiful light as well. And also, yeah, like finding the right opportunity, it may take some time with this placement, especially if the 10th lord is afflicted in the ninth house. You may feel that whatever work you are doing, it doesn't aligns with your purpose, it doesn't makes you happy, you're not very sure about it. And you get stuck in certain situations where you have to do a particular work which doesn't makes you happy, but you just do it because you don't want to suffer like financially. So there are times when you feel stuck in a certain work and you have a fear of losing that financial stability if you lose that certain work opportunity. If the 10th lord is in the 10th house, it's a very strong position of success, ambition, and power. This makes one so ambitious that a lot of different aspects of life go on the back burner. You tend to delay everything, you tend to postpone everything except the profession, except what you are aiming for, and your career growth as well. So 10th lord in 10th house means firstly dignity. You are respecting the self, you are greatly working towards your own value. You know your worth somewhere, and you do your work very effectively. You try to give a lot of value to the time you have, how you invest your time in your profession. That is very important. Like a long time ago, I was doing this painting, and I want to create some abstract art for Saturn. This is the house of Saturn, 10th Lord in the 10th house. So, of course, do check the placement of Saturn in your chart as well, how it is defining your career. So, in that art, I just, that art, uh, I was painting a lot of coins in that particular abstract art, and I said, time is your coin. And that thing really, goes with the 10th lord in the 10th house. Time is your coin. How you use your time is the ultimate um, success here, how you utilize your time. So this, if the 10th lord is well placed in the 10th house, you know how to utilize your time, you know how to have a schedule, you know how to be very disciplined in your work, and it beautifully reflects in the professional journey. No matter how many highs and lows may happen, you know how to get back to that same position. So this gives success, okay? But you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. 10th lord and 10th house doesn't mean that you're successful the moment you opened your eyes, okay, in this world. It's about the consistent work you do, the hard work you do. This is the house of Saturn. So there are times when you may not see enough growth. Even if the 10th lord is okay in the 10th house, then also you may not see growth a lot of times. You may be waiting. There's a lot of wait. And if the 10th lord gets afflicted in the 10th house, then the wait is more. The waiting period is also, which is quite irritating. So there's a lot of hard work which goes in your work, in your profession. But this this hard work brings brilliance, strong position at the work front. You are the one who creates the structure in your profession, creating certain rules and regulations, certain patterns, how to organize everything, how to make sure that the entire the environment at the work front is more disciplined, more regulated. So you will have very tough job responsibilities. You have a lot of workload on you, but this is giving a strong position. This is bringing respect, status. This is showing fulfillment of your professional aims and ambitions. And you will be again a very influential figure, a master in your profession. So 10th lord and 10th house is giving a lot of respect, value. You may work in the field of, like, simply you are this executive. You are someone who is taking care of everything. So you are the organizer. You are doing executive roles. You are in the position of authority. Maybe you are in the field of government. You're dealing with a very strong organization. You may work in the field of law, justice. So you are managing a lot of things with this placement, 10th lord in the 10th house. Do see which planet is this. Which planet is your 10th lord in the 10th house? Your nature of profession will be connected to that planet. Suppose it's Venus, okay? So Libra rules your 10th house, and Venus is in Libra in the 10th house. Then it's not just like, oh, this will make you a politician, but Venus is about art. It's about music, designing. So you will be doing very well in the field of music. Maybe you are a music teacher and you're doing so wonderfully. Maybe you are an actor, you're doing so well in theater. So that planet matters. Which planet is your 10th lord and how it's placed. Now, as I mentioned, if the 10th lord is afflicted in the 10th house, so it could be, suppose, Mars, okay? Scorpio rules the 10th house and Mars is here. So no matter this is the 10th lord in the 10th house, but Mars is a malefic. We cannot ignore that. And it's in Scorpio. So Scorpio is about sudden challenges, upheavals. So with this placement, you may attain a very strong position. You're very full of energy. You want to do so many things, but again, the focus may get impacted here. Having Mars in Scorpio, you're dealing with certain situations which are leading to so much of pressure at the work front that you're unable to focus. You're unable to concentrate your energy into one thing at one time. Okay, so you have to see the nature of the planet, which planet is your 10th lord, and how it functions in that particular sign. So if the 10th lord is afflicted, it may bring ups and downs with your job position, your status. Most importantly, it's the matter of dignity and the status. So the status is challenged. The financial growth may also be challenged. You may have a lot of uncertainty in the profession. So you have to change your jobs very quickly. So this happens when the 10th lord is afflicted in some way. Maybe it's been aspected by a malefic, it's in conjunction with some malefic. So you have to see everything. If the 10th lord is in the 11th house, again, it's a wonderful placement of success and professional growth. This placement supports you, provides you with the tools you need for the success. The like having the ideas, having the skill is important, but how you use those skills and then you get that gain, you get that growth, is something which is different. So here, the ability to integrate everything together, the innovative mind plus the hard work, the smart work, everything comes together. And that's why 10th lord in 11th house is a wonderful placement of success, great financial growth, and also it's a very influential placement. You influence a lot of people. You will always work along with a group of people. The people are involved here. Now, if the 10th lord is well placed in the 11th house, this shows that there is abundance, there is amazing growth, not just financially, but as a professional as well. That development you need, that people will show respect to you, they value your work, they value your skills and the information you have. That development happens with this placement. Here the 10th lord is 2 places away. So the 2 number is about value. This is about finances. Okay, so great growth financially, great profits, great promotions happens when the 10th lord is well placed in the 11th house. You keep on growing abundantly, and your work has to be about dealing with a lot of people. Maybe you are the leader here, you are guiding others to do a certain work, or a lot of people are working under you. You will be managing a lot of people, or you may employ a lot of people under you. So it's about networking, or working along with the very same kind of professionals, working on a certain project with them, or a collaboration happens, and you gain a lot from that collaboration. Okay, so financial success is splendid with this placement. This gives you the power to succeed, to grow, since 11th house is the Upchar house. And this also gives that drive, that lust, that I want this, I want that. So doing multiple works together, investing into multiple works, doing multiple businesses, so earning through different sources. You don't have just one source of income with this. Your mind will keep on thinking, okay, let's do this and that. And since this is the house of Aquarius, the mind is everything here. The intelligence you have, the innovative mind you have, the scientific mind you have, everything coming together, the innovation, the science, and of course the most important thing is the desire to grow, how much you want to grow. That quest to achieve things is so strong here. So this is leading to a lot of success. And you may work in a profession which is about industrial work, large scale industries, dealing with a lot of people. Okay, you can be in a profession where some again research work is required, scientific work is required. Working in a profession related to stock market, dealing with money, dealing with finances. A work which is connected to the foreign lands as well. Any work which is also connected to the food industry, because here the 10th lord is 2 places away, so you may get success in that. Like, food is something which brings people together. Any work which brings people together at one place, so that kind of work will give you success. And also you can be doing wonderful in professions which are connected to Rahu. Okay, photography, again dealing with the masses. You have a very particular unique way of talking, you have unique ideas, so speaking at public places, this will give you success. So all of these professions are very suitable for you. Or simply, no matter what profession you follow, your basic nature of work is to have a command over a lot of people, to bring them together and work along with them on a certain project, on a certain work. So yeah, it's a very good placement of success. But if the 10th lord is afflicted in the 11th house, then it's a very difficult thing, because with this what happens is the support is missing. You feel alone at the work front, people acting against you, whatever direction you chose. Okay, let's do the work this way. People may not follow you. You may be the leader, but you're facing so many struggles in working along with people. And also, as I said, this is the house of desire, so you're not satisfied with what you get, with what you gain, how you grow. The results are not very satisfying with this placement. So it's mainly the other people, the network at the work front, which creates tensions for you. And you may feel that it's because of others I'm not being able to grow. Like, my success, a part of my success lies in the hands of someone. The decision making ability is in the hands of someone, so that's why I cannot grow. So there are challenges with respect to the growth, the money, and overall development of your professional journey. If there is affliction to the 10th lord over here, but it is not long lasting. No matter how malefic it gets there, the challenges are not long lasting. You will have your share of success, you will see that growth. Is just that some struggles may happen. If your 10th lord is in the 12th house, now, as I mentioned, I have in a video which is about 10th lord in the 6th, 8th and 12th houses, so do listen to that. Of course, the 10th lord in the 12th house is challenging, because I think with this comes a lot of internal struggles. 10th house ruler, 3 places away in the 12th house. This indicates a hesitation to do things, to follow a career path which is much accepted by the world, or to follow something which you feel is right, which you feel is good for you. That communication with self, as 10th Lord is 3 places away, how you communicate with your own self, that reflects in the profession. And how you communicate with your own self comes from the society, the people around you. There's always a conflict in what you want, what you believe is right for you, and what others are uh, forcing on you to do, what they believe in. There's always a major difference. So 10th lord and 12th house is simply, leaving the place where you are and moving into a different country, to a foreign land, to pursue a profession, or simply it's about not doing that conventional work and following a job, a profession which is very different. Okay, and people may question you, what kind of work is this? So it's mostly a profession which have a spiritual essence to it. A spiritual work can be done with this placement, like spiritual healers, people who are into reiki, alternative healing. Okay, so 10th lord and 12th house may make someone very spiritual, into spiritual work. The profession is about again, helping other people in some way. And 10th lord in the 12th house also indicates whatever work you are doing, it brings the isolation, it brings the disconnection. Simply, it's an isolation of disconnecting from your own home place, your birthplace, working in a faraway area, or it's just about disconnection again from the world. Your work is so different, it keeps you in isolation. There's some kind of secrecy which needs to be maintained, like working in a laboratory, working in maybe a monastery, maybe you are working in the hospital. So there is this isolation, there's certain decorum which needs to be maintained there. So physical, emotional isolation happens because of your profession, and you are trying to make something better, to correct something in the lives of other people. Like if you are suppose who works in the hospital, you isolate people so that they heal quickly, they feel better, they improve with their health. Maybe you're someone who is working suppose in a prison or a rehabilitation center, then again you are making other person's life better, to correct something, to instill a certain habit in them, to instill a certain way of thinking in them. So you are correcting something in the lives of other people, and for that you have to undergo that isolation, you have to be a part of a certain place. And if the 10th lord is well placed in the 12th house, it's one of the very strong position, bringing success, bringing even a very influential impact of you on other people. You will have that strong impact on other people. Other people will view you with respect. You will attain that position if it's well placed over here. And this position will be attained, of course, in the later years of life, when you mature, when you have achieved a lot of development in your skill. So this brings that respect as well. And 10th lord in the 12th house also indicates that listening to self is important when it comes to profession. because there will be times when you may feel very lethargic and burdened because of your profession. You're giving too much of your mind into that particular work, and then you feel drained. So this placement could also be about change in profession in the later years of life, doing something unconventional, leaving that 9 to 6 kind of job behind and doing something which makes you really happy. You're doing this work with a lot of comfort. You're taking your time, you're taking rest, and then you're doing that. If the 10th Lord is afflicted in the 12th house, it shows travel, unexpected travel, and the travel drains you. You deal with struggles in the foreign lands to get a comfortable job, to get a comfortable position, or maybe you're facing with some challenges with respect to your documents in the foreign lands. So if the 10th Lord gets afflicted, it brings unexpected challenges in the profession. A lot of mental and emotional burden is there. And there are times when you don't understand what kind of profession will be right for you. Because again, with this placement, it's important to follow a work which aligns with your mind, with your happiness, with your purpose. That's why 10th Lord and 12th house leads to very unconventional jobs and very different kind of professions. And yeah, it will have a spiritual element to it most of the times. Or simply it's about working with um, companies, working with certain organizations which are foreign in nature, working with people who have different language. They may even have different belief system.